Welcome to Titus Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is February the 25th, 2026. We're going to be talking about NXT because we got 4 titles on the line. We have new champions. And we got a heel turn, ladies and gentlemen. And we found out more matches that's going to happen on next week. But we didn't get no segments. We got Robert Stone making matches. We got Robert Stone doing things, trying to figure out how to do these things. I'm sorry about my hair, but I had my headset on me while listening to YouTube. And my headphones make my hair go up. So, I'm sorry about my hair. But ladies and gentlemen, we had all that, but we didn't get no segments. We got no updates of 2K26. They did have their full roster reveal. Some people are surprising they're on there, like Jasmine Nix is on there, Tommaso Ciampa, Ridge Holland is on there. So there's some interesting ones that's still on this game. We thought they might not be on the game because of their release, or they didn't sign a new contract, Tommaso Ciampa. And Ridge Holland is the one that got released, and we're surprised he's still in the game. We don't know anything about the DLCs yet. We only know the AAA DLCs. I'm still a little confused of the ringside pass and the free tier and the premium tier. Do we get the DLCs automatically? Like, I don't have to grind and win points, or do we actually get it? Because I did read it. It says first one unlocks. Is that meaning the first DLC unlocks automatically? Like, when I get the game, will I get it? Will I get the DLC? Will I get that DLC, or do I have to go I have to fight for it again? I don't like fighting for it. Because what happens when my game restarts? Do I have to keep doing that again? Like, I don't want to keep doing that. I hope it does, because sometimes the game restarts itself sometimes. I'm not a big fan of that. What happens if that happens? Do I have to keep doing that? The people I unlock? I have no idea, but ladies and gentlemen, we will see what happens. Some people are, I guess this is the last day of people are making content on YouTube about the game. I believe. People are saying this is the last vlog and video until the game comes out next week. Well, for the people that pre-ordered the Attitude Era and the Monday Night War, if you pre-ordered the Standard Edition, you still have to wait until the March 13th. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about NXT here. We got our first championship match. It will be Swipe Right versus Dark State for the tag team titles. It was a pretty decent match. It was great. It was good, but the winner of that match with a lot of distraction from Jackson Drake, and then Tony D'Angelo comes out and attacking Dark State while the referee's distracted, and the winner of that match and your new NXT Tag Team Champions is the Swipe Right Dudes. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Keanu Carver will be versus Sean Legacy. Legacy wants to fight for the... Because remember, he got put through a wall last time. When in that ladder match, he got put through the wall, so he wants revenge. It didn't work out so well because Keanu Carver gets the win. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Elio Lepore will be versus Eli Knight versus Jasper Choi for the Speed Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, there was 7 minutes on this championship match because it's a triple threat match. It was a pretty decent match. I think Eli Knight and Elio Lepore, I love high flyers, and they're amazing. These guys are amazing. I'm happy to see them on NXT. I'm happy. And I believe they're on Evolve as well, if you want to see them on Evolve. NXT stars go on Evolve. Sometimes Raw and SmackDown Superstars too. But that's pretty cool. But the winner of that match, and we have a new WWE Speed Champion, Elio Lepore is the new champion after a moonsault from Eli Knight. I guess that was his finisher. And then Lepore just stole the win after that moonsault, and he gets the win. We got a new champion. We have JC Jane versus Soruka for the Women's Championship. Well, this match ended fast because we all thought Zaruka is all good. Remember, Zarya helped Soruka last week to fend off the fatal influence. Fatal influence. I can't even say their names now. Fatal influence. But, ladies and gentlemen, when the bell rang, Zarya just spears Soruka and does an F5. And then JC did her rolling elbow and gets the win. She retains. And then Zarya just keeps attacking Soruka, and she is not happy. And we heard that because Zarya says, I helped you retain the title to JC. Now you owe me. And it sounds like JC accepted the match, and Robert Stone made it official that it will be a women's championship match for the title next week. And we heard at Vengeance Day, because Kalani likes to open her mouth to Kendall Gray and Ren Sinclair, saying that she did something that nobody else could do and submit Lola Vice. And Lola Vice attacked Kalani Jordan because she's not happy about that. Remember, she has to attack her on her hand to make the submission happen. So, Lola Vice wants Kalani Jordan in an underground match, and Robert Stone made it happen. He made it official at Vengeance Day. It will be Kalani Jordan versus Lola Vice in an underground match. Well, we saw a lot of brawls happening here, and we have a six-man tag team match. Jackson Drake and the Swipe Right guys will be versus Hank and Tank and Shiloh Hill in the six-man tag team match, because Shiloh Hill took the steering wheel off of Brad Baylor's car. And, I think Hank and Tank did it. And then they had a brawl. And that's happening on that next week. But next week, we have, this week, we have a Joe Hendry, talk about Joe Hendry, how he did his career and all that stuff. Right? So, now, Mr. Ricky Saints wants to do something better than Joe Hendry. So he wants to do something next week, and Robert Stone made it official. So that's going to happen there. But ladies and gentlemen, Tony D'Angelo needs to be careful now. Dark State wants them. Next match, we have Thea Hale versus Blake Moreau in the women's speed title tournament, first round. It was an okay match, and it was still not. This thing got ended really fast because Jada Parker attacked Blake Moreau and helped Thea Hale win the match. I can't even say people's names anymore. Thea Hale win the match. Thea Hale advanced in the tournament. But people are saying that Jada Parker had a neck problem. A neck injury, and she came back and attacked Blake Moreau. So that's interesting. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have Uriah Connors versus Kale Dixon, because Kale Dixon is trying to fight for the Chase U that Connors betrayed and joined Lexus King and Stack's team. It was a pretty decent match. Great young talents. Deserves an opportunity, and that's what they got. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Uriah Connors, getting the win against Kale Dixon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the big main event between Miles Bourne, a guy that never won a championship in his career, versus Ethan Page for the North American title. We heard that Miles Bourne's mom just fought cancer, and I guess she beat it. She fought cancer, and she was in the audience to watch Miles Bourne try to win his very first championship. It was a pretty decent match, back and forth. Ethan Page was selling his injured ankle, and of course Miles Bourne is attacking it. And it was a pretty decent match, but there was a lot of crazy things happening, because remember what, if you guys didn't see, Ricky Saints says they will help Ethan Page to win, to retain the title. So is the Swipe Right guys. They want to help Ethan Page. So they tried to help. It didn't work out because Jackson Trey tried to hit Miles Bourne with the Evolve Championship. But there was a kick out. Shia Hill and Tank and Hank, and Shia Hill comes out and takes out the Swipe Right guys. And then Ricky Sainz comes in and tries to jump off the turnbuckle. But Joe Hendry comes out and takes out Ricky Sainz. And then out of nowhere, there was an exposed turnbuckle that was ripped off. And ladies and gentlemen, Miles Bourne throws Ethan Page into it, did a zigzag, I don't know what he calls it, or his own move. But the 1, 2, 3, we have a new North American champion. His name is Miles Bourne, and he was celebrating with his mom. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I know it's a little short video. I normally do long videos because we have some updates of things, but we don't have any updates of anything. 2K26 doesn't have any updates. There's nothing I know of until we get the DLCs. Let's see what happens when the DLCs happen. The only thing I don't want in the DLCs is celebrities or stupid arenas. I want regular wrestlers. I don't care if it's from TNA or AAA. I don't care. I don't care if it's from them. I would love it. But don't give me a KSI. Don't give me basketball players. Don't give me football players. Don't give me musicians. I have a feeling Jelly Roll might be in it because he had a match on WWE. So sometimes they do that if they show up and they're part of the rivalry or part of the story. Jelly Roll was part of the story. Like KSI was part of the story with Logan Paul and at WrestleMania. So that's what I think what it is. I don't know how these basketball players got involved. Well, Tyrese and Jalen had a thing there, right, in WWE. But Shaquille O'Neal never had a thing in WWE until, like, WrestleMania 32. He should have been in the last couple of years' games. Not this year's. Not last year's, I meant. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping there's not a lot of celebrities. If it's Jelly Roll, great. If it's just him, awesome. But nobody else. I understand with Jelly Roll because he wrestled already. He wrestled in WWE. There's no other guy that wrestled. I'm surprised they didn't put Johnny Knoxville in there one time because Johnny Knoxville had a match in WrestleMania. But I'm hoping we get a whole bunch of good wrestlers. Because I don't know what to do with these celebrities. I never made these celebrities win a championship in my universe mode. They never have a lot of matches. Like, seriously. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Time is out. See you guys tomorrow for AEW results. Time is out. Bye.